Mario games. Everybody knows what they are, and most people grew up playing them. I did, and that's probably why I love them so much, maybe even the reason I make videos on them. And Mario has had some great games, most of which being different from each other, giving them incentive to want to play them, unlike the new Super Mario games. And I wanted to do a top 10 on them. Keep in mind I haven't played every Mario game ever, so some you love may not be on the list, but anyways, let's get started. We started off with Mario Party Superstars, and some may have expected the older Mario Party games like the N64 ones, but I've never played them. And Mario Party Superstars is probably my favorite game I bought to play with my friends. There's 100 minigames to play here, and almost all of them are amazing games. While there aren't too many characters to play as, there's actually a lot of stuff to do here. Not only is there the base game where you play on a board, but there's also a free roam mode, where you'll have daily challenges to play, a coin attack mode where you try to collect as many coins as possible, and much more. But my favorite is the most basic mode ever. You just play a huge wave of minigames. If that wasn't enough to make you want to play the balls out of this game, well, there's also challenges to earn rewards, like getting 7 stars in one game, for example. So if you just want a game to ruin friendships, this game is perfect for you. Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. That title rolls right off the tongue. You may be surprised, but this game is so creative, and I like RPGs if they aren't dumb anime pieces of pube hairs. First off, I know this game looks like a left nut, but looks aren't always the best part. It's the enjoyability. The RPG mechanics here are amazing and fun, and make for some great fighting parts in this game, especially with the bosses, and you don't just play as Mario here. You get a weird cloud fluff thing that can control lightning and the weather like Jesus. And Geno, a weird puppet who is basically a god and can shoot lasers out of his fingers and blast his arms off his body and grow them back. And you get Bowser and Princess Peach in this game to play as too. And this game has some creative parts to make it stand out from your ordinary RPG. There's too many to show, but like falling down a huge waterfall and going in the caves, or climbing along tadpoles. This game is just super weird but amazing. Mario Kart Double Dash. It's not just a good Mario game, but by far the best Mario Kart game ever made. Maybe I'm biased because the GameCube was my first console, but hot dilf, this game is awesome. First, you may notice or just know that instead of one driver, there are two. The characters are great too, each having special items that only you can use based on who you play as. As Bowser and Bowser Jr., you throw a massive Bowser shell destroying everyone in your path. And as the babies, you ride on a huge chain chomp as he eats everyone on your path. And the tracks here are my favorite. First off, Peach Beach takes place on Isle Delfino from Super Mario Sunshine, with cataquacks around the place. Daisy Cruiser, you go around on a huge boat and even go inside it. Wario Stadium. A huge stadium, hard to describe, but it's awesome. I love this game and it will forever be my favorite Mario Kart game. Super Mario 3D World. This game isn't the best 3D mainline Mario game, but it still has some cool things about it. First off, you get to play as a cat. I hate cats, but playing as one is pretty fun. And you can even play as Luigi, Toad, Peach, and even Rosalina. Another obvious part is the clear pipes, which are also fun, and some of the levels just have some fun, interesting traits to them. Like the beach theme, as you run around, it can even ride on a shell. And you ride this weird thing called Plessie as you ride through the water with her, and Bowser rides on his cool car and looks like a pimp as he hurls soccer bombs at you. And there's another new power-up called the Double Cherry, making more Marios, which to all you sick perverts, yes, you can have a ton of Rosalinas, but you can't back her, sorry. And Bowser at the end uses the cat bell and the Double Cherry, which made for a pretty awesome ending to this game. But 100%ing this game is hard, as you have to get 380 green stars, 85 stamps, a golden flagpole from every level, and beat this game 5 whole times. Jeez. Next is one of the most iconic Mario games of all time, Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, it isn't top 3 tier for me, which may be surprising. This was one of the first Wii games that focused heavily on motion controls, as your main attack is a spin attack which you use by shaking your controller. And Super Mario Galaxy has some of the best levels ever seen, as they're all used in ways that couldn't be used in other Mario games, like the Beach Bowl Galaxy, as the place is literally water in the shape of a bowl, inhabited by penguins. And the Bee Galaxy, as the whole place is different chunks as you traverse it by turning into a bee, which is always fun. This haunted mansion, which is twisted as you walk in on a flip staircase, And there you get to play as a Boo, which is tons of fun, kind of. Another power-up in this game is the Ice Flower. It's a new Super Mario Bros. Wii, but here you don't turn into enemies into ice, you skate across water. And other features in this game that focus on motion controls are super fun. Levels like you twist your controller to roll on this ball, or the Stingray level as you use the motion controls to blast along the water. And the hub world in this game is amazing as you have little factory with Lumas flying around. And you can fly here too. It's peaceful and just super cool. This is one great game. Now we have Super Mario Galaxy 2, and it's basically just a much more fun and creative version of the first game. First off, all the older power-ups are back with new ones that are so much better, most notably the Cloud Flower as you float around and can reach higher ground, as you can spawn clouds, and the Boulder Mushrooms as you can roll around on a giant boulder and smash things, which is a lot of fun. And the galaxies here are much funner, with one of them being a direct reference to one's fortress from Super Mario 64, just in Galaxy style. And even King Thwomp is here too. Another one of the galaxies is just a massive fun slide where you can go on the walls, ceiling, and go across a huge tree. And the Yoshi's here, and he even has his own power-ups, one of them making him run so fast that he can go up walls, and there is a galaxy made specifically for that. And the best galaxy in the game, well, not really, but is this place. I don't know what it's called, but it has Piantas here, the villagers from the greatest Mario game ever, Super Mario Sunshine. And there's a hub world here too, which is just Mario's head. While not as good, it's still pretty fun to run around. One of the galaxies is a flying big bird with motion controls, which is always a fun time. And the bosses here are quite amazing too, like this one for example, is a little island with gravity, and all of a sudden it turns into a giant rolling snowman's head thing. If you love the first Mario Galaxy, you should definitely try this one out. Bowser's Fury. Yes, I know it's just a side mode, but even for a side mode, this game can last you up to 15 hours, and it's just a side mode. It was so good that people even started comparing it to Mario Odyssey because it was so perfect. It's an open world game where you team up with Bowser Jr. Yeah, the baby that stole your girlfriend is now your partner. They team up because Bowser is now out of control and the size of the whole map. Well, kind of. But before I continue, there is one problem. This game was a limited time release from February 2021 to March 2021. So if you want this game, you will have to pay a scalper's price now. It's not that hard to find it for like $70, but you might have to. Anyways, back to the game. The main purpose is to wake up the cat bell by finding cat shards. Yeah, if you don't like cats, well sorry, but every enemy in this game is a cat. Even Mario. I mean, I hate cats, so I was disappointed as well, but this game is still great. No spoilers, but the fights with Bowser are pretty cool. And there's even pretty fun ways to get cat shards, like you can ride this weird dinosaur and complete races around the world. And you find these cat babies from around the world. Again, with the fat dinosaur, you can catch bunnies that run on water. Yeah, I don't know how that's possible. And actually, Bowser Jr. actually serves a purpose here. He has a paintbrush from Super Mario Sunshine. You can paint out pictures for little secrets, and that's it. So he isn't a huge help, but it's still kind of cool. Super Mario 64, the very first 3D Mario game, and it's still one of the best ones ever made. The levels were perfectly made for what they had to work with at the time, and made for some amazing levels like Bob on Battlefield and Whomp's Fortress, and so much more. The bosses were not amazing, but still were pretty cool, and jumping into paintings to get to your next level is awesome, and exploring Peach's castle is great too. The Bowser fights were something special, as well as you had to grab his tail and throw him into bombs. For the very first 3D Mario game, it did insanely well, but for the first one, it shows that there isn't too much to say. I know some people love this game with a passion and would consider it the best Mario game ever, but I didn't play this game when I was young enough to make it a nostalgia trip, but I still would say it's an amazing game. Super Mario Odyssey. Do I really need to say anything? Well, I don't. I made a top 10 Switch games list, so I talk about it there, but I'm sure everybody watching this has played it and talked about it already, so I won't. But it's an amazing game, and we haven't gotten an official 3D Mario game for a very long time since then, and it's made an amazing true open world Mario game. But the main reason I won't talk about it too much is because I already mentioned it in my old videos before, and because, well, I state the other reasons at the end of the video, but yeah, this game is amazing, but let's move on. Super Mario Sunshine. If you saw my older videos, this is not a surprise. The greatest Mario game ever made for some big soul reasons. It's on the GameCube, which is already a huge point. The music is the greatest music in any Mario game ever. It's entirely a beach theme, which is the best theme in any game ever. It's creative as you have the flood pack where you get rid of paint and goo, can hover in the air for a bit, blast super high, and run across the water. And the levels are amazing, my favorite being Noki Bay, a huge tropical forest with ancient statues and places everywhere as you climb huge trees, and even get into a big sunken city and have to clean off a huge big eel's teeth, which is just awesome to me. The normal beach themes areas are cool too, with one where you kill a huge wiggler with sand. The first grass area with an awesome town to climb, getting rid of goo everywhere, and even the fight with Petey Piranha by stuffing him with water. Just all the beach levels and everything here is just so cool and fun to play for me. I can just go on and on and on. This game is seriously the best Mario game ever made, but sadly it didn't sell incredibly well as the GameCube didn't sell well. But this game is so creative and I just love it so much, which is why it's number 1 on my list. This video wasn't super long, so you may be confused why it took me like 11 days to make it, and where the ranking every galaxy in Super Mario Galaxy 2 video is. Well, I was working on it, but it was taking so long and I got tired of editing it that I won't finish it for a bit. Hopefully it'll be the next video that comes out, as I want to get a bunch of videos out this week and I just have editing done for that video. So it will definitely come out maybe this week or next week, and I plan on getting 2 videos out this week, so maybe it'll be that one. So let me know your favorite Mario games down in the comments below, and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.